What's up, YouTube? This Big Holly 02. Now, I got a real question for y'all. A very, really good question for y'all. So, do y'all think the fact that Dean Ambrose, aka Jon Moxley, or should I say Jon Moxley, is coming to WWE? Do y'all guys think about this? It's because about these two right here. It's because the WWE had showed a presentation of Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns about the Shield. The fact that you also forgot about the fact that you put something in where of the whole entire story about them two, where you got one person that was in the Shield with them. Now it's Jon Moxley. The whole point about this is like, you got Roman Reigns, the OTC, the original tribal chief, and you got the architect, the revolutionary, the visionary, Seth Rollins, into this whole entire beef right here about Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins. This is getting really old. But I'm not gonna say like it's old, but I'm saying it's like you got them being out the Shield because Seth Rollins ended up turning on Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns because the Shield was unstoppable back then. They was proven. They were G's of the WWE, but the fact that the WWE had showed the Shield, but they was not going to talk about Jon Moxley because he's in AEW. But the whole thing is the fact that the rumors about SummerSlam appearance is the fact that you got, I'm talking about what I'm thinking. You got Roman Reigns and for Seth Rollins. But if that is included to that, who's gonna interfere in that match? It may be Jon Moxley. But the whole thing is the fact like this is like he's in AEW. Of course anything could happen if his contract expires. But it's just like, bro, like you can't start a Shield. You cannot put a match about Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns together when the fact that you also forgot Jon Moxley. Because Jon Moxley ended up beating Seth Rollins for the WWE World Championship. That was like in 2017 or 2018. Money in the Bank. But the whole thing about that is where the fact that it's like you put yourself out there to be Triple H Harem Boy or Golden Boy, where my own purpose is like this, that Triple H hands you everything. It's like the fact that like around WrestleMania 30, I think it was WrestleMania 33 or 34, WrestleMania 35, whatever. I'm trying to figure out like this, like at WrestleMania, he beat Triple H because Triple H was always trying to give him everything. Seth Rollins was a golden boy. But the only thing about him was the fact that like you was never a golden boy. You was never all that. You just a whiny little bitch. Just a whiny little bitch with the fact that like he was. And the whole thing about that is it's like Triple H gave him everything, but you a whiner. You were crying about everything. Like you got Liv Morgan crying about everything else. Like the way that she was saying, oh, dag down this, dag down that. But you also got the fact that like you was the biggest whiner of the WWE, Seth Rollins. When you turned the Shield, you was Triple H lackey at that time. With the Big Show, Kane, Randy Orton, Batista. And I also want to say Jay and Jay Security, but they end up getting beat up. Beat up back then where they end up like protecting you. And they was telling you like, no, you do everything on your own. Because I remember the fact that the authority ended up turning on him. And I'm turning on him where the fact that he didn't like the authority. But after the fact that he got injured, Triple H ended up pedigreeing him and cost him everything. And that leads up to Triple H and Seth Rollins versus it leads up to Triple H versus Seth Rollins at WrestleMania. But the whole thing is the fact that he won though, but I'm just winning live like this. If he win the World Heavyweight Championship or Undisputed Heavyweight Championship, but will he win it back? Sorry about that. But I want like this. Will he give himself a chance to win it back? His belt that he never lost. The whole thing is the fact that I'm thinking somebody's gonna come out and cost Seth Rollins. The whole thing about that, like who won the side with Roman Reigns, it's the bloodline, but it's not gonna be Jon Moxley because I'm thinking about that Jon Moxley is gonna come out and gonna clothesline both of them. Or clock them with the championship. I don't know. It's just no, like you clocked. Like he was hitting like the WWE Championship. You got Liv Morgan hitting Io Sky with the championship. But yeah, that's what it means. So yeah. But the thing is like this, I don't know about this. Let me know in the comments down below how y'all feel about this match at all, because right now I feel like the fact that this match is not gonna go anywhere and no place soon. Where we got this at SummerSlam. And I'm thinking that somehow, some way, I don't know who's gonna win this match, but the whole thing is the fact that if Jon Moxley come out and cost both of them, or unless he costs Seth Rollins, and that leads up to Roman Reigns retaining the belt, and you got Jon Moxley ended up beating up Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins at the same time. Because they was in the Shield. And y'all got one person. And that was Jon Moxley. So yeah. But the thing is, I don't know what they doing with this storyline. Because this storyline is getting old where you have to see Seth Rollins as Roman Reigns again and again and again. When everything is gonna end where the fact that you admit that you had did what you did. To be Triple H's little bitch. To betray the Shield. Seth Rollins. Just a minute. Tell the truth, dog. I'm just saying. And plus, yeah, you never be like Roman Reigns, but Roman Reigns was telling the truth by one point. That you the second best at Roman Reigns. Because Roman Reigns is number one. And now you want to beat him up because you mad about what he said to you? Sound dumb. But let me know in the comments down below how y'all feel about this. This is Big Talio 2. I'm out of here, y'all.